Y'all, listen. So, the people that have been around for a minute, um, they know that around this time, I'm typically either working or deployed. My job is seasonal, and so it is very much tied to disaster season, which has begun. Bitch, listen, like I don't know what the fuck is going on. There've been some changes as far as HR. There's been a lot of people that have retired in the past couple years. So they've been doing a lot of changes to the hierarchy at the agency that I work at, and it's caused some problems, especially with HR, because I guess they implement with different assessments. A lot of us started around the same time, and all of our contracts are coming up, and so we have to reapply and get that squared away before we can actually start training and get our equipment and get deployed. And bitch, listen, it was a well-oiled machine, like not too spicy fucking years ago, but now it's become a fucking problem. And like typically how it works is you apply, they look at your resume. You don't have to do an interview because they know you. I've been working with them for years. It's been literal years. Like I started in 2016. And so, excuse me, this is like a formality. It's a formality to actually do the application. It's just to re-up the contracts and get people ready and set for the disaster season. And it's kind of a thing that they need to get done quickly. And the new people in HR, I guess, don't realize that, or I don't fucking know, but it's causing issues hiring people when the contracts are up and we have to re-up the contracts. I'm not the only person who's had this issue. So to give you an idea of like the kind of worker that I am, because I don't really talk a whole lot about my work here. I mean, I talk about the ins and outs of the job, but like my actual performance, I don't really talk about a whole lot. I am what they dub a superstar. And for a long time, I thought that was, you know, a compliment. I thought that was good. But like, as I've gone through my career, the development of my career, I've realized calling someone a superstar means that this is a person that's going to work very hard for less money. It's a person that the agency, the company, whatever structure is taking advantage of. That's exactly what a superstar is. And it sucks to feel like I'm being taken for granted and taken advantage of. And so I have to be less modest than I naturally am. And I have to like push. And I really don't want to have to do that, but looks like that's what's going to have to happen. I'm pretty good at my job. The first year that I started in 2016, I was like pretty immediately promoted. Within the first month, I got promoted to do quality assurance, like quality control stuff. The next year, I was reviewing. So I always go in and end at a place higher than I started because I work very hard and I'm a perfectionist. To my detriment. It definitely is to my detriment because I experience a lot of burnout, but I do my job very fucking well, and it is definitely seen by the higher ups, but not, I don't know, appreciated in the way that I think it should be. And so I've been doing this job for over a year, like over the course of the last like few years. It's been definitely over a year of experience that I've built up. Like I'll have like 6 months out of the year or 3 or 5 that I'm working. And so those months have piled up to be over a year. And once you're over a year of experience, you can go from a grade 9 to a grade 11. And so I had contacted my supervisor to go ahead and get that process started, get me to the grade 11, because they don't do they used to retroactively give you your wages for being whatever grade you were. If you had like a jump in your grade, they would go back and be like, okay, so you started at this point actually doing the grade 11 work, and so we're going to go back to, a few months back and give you that money that you deserve. They don't do that anymore. And so it starts from when you are grade 11, you continue getting grade 11 money. And so I wanted to go ahead and get that started so that I was getting paid for my experience. And when I applied to re-up my contract, bitch, I got the notification today that my application was not sent to the hiring manager. And I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I'm literally that nigga. Like I'm kind of a fucking big deal at my job because I do my job very well. And so like how it works, typically we'll have like 500 people working all at once in different parts of the country. And as time goes on, you know, we'll close the declarations in different places. So say there's a declaration in Louisiana, there's one in Michigan, there's one in Georgia, there's one in fucking New York, there's one in, I mean, there's definitely going to be some in Maine and New Hampshire, there's probably one in Hawaii, there's always something in California. As those things become less of an issue by just working the files there, we start to, you know, back off and start laying people off and consolidating, you know, the workforce in the places that the help is needed. And so typically it's around like 500, like at the peak of disaster season. During the off season, it's like maybe 30 people. And I'm typically working when there's like 30 people around because I'm one of the people that's like, I don't know, I'm kind of a fucking big deal. I'm important to the workforce, and they definitely let me know that by giving me more responsibilities, but not more money. That's a fucking problem for me. That's a problem for me. And so now I have to like actually act my wage now. I have to be a fucking thorn in your side. I have to be a problem to you. And I really don't want to have to be that, but I'm being taken for granted. I'm being taken for granted. And so I talked to my dad, and my dad's like, yeah, no, the same thing happened to me. And my dad's been doing it for much longer than I've been doing it. He's been doing it since 2004. And so it's insane that like he's not getting hired. What the fuck? And so I reapplied today. Tomorrow's the last day, and so I'm glad I went ahead and just did it. Man, this has been a fucking mess. And I had an idea for a video that I wanted to do. I was really excited about getting it done, but this has been stressing me out all day. It's been stressing me the fuck out. I've been like freaking out because I need to get out of here. But also, I just like having money. It's nice to have money. It's nice to not have to worry about funds, generally speaking. But also, I need to get the fuck out of here. Yeah, that's been stressing me out a lot. And so doing this video has kind of helped me to coalesce my thoughts and dissipate a little bit of the stress and kind of calculate the next moves. I mean, there's not really much else I can do outside of I applied, and I'm gonna call my supervisor on Monday and ask her what the fuck is up, because they've said that like I can't, because my brother and my dad both do the same job. They've done training. They were authorized by HR to have the equipment sent out to them to do training. They haven't authorized me, and I'm like, what the fuck? What? How's that possible? What the fuck is going on? Like, that y'all aren't getting like key people like prepared for disaster season. Because like that's the way I'm looking at it. I'm not looking at it like, oh, I'm the most important person here. Like, people are going to need help very soon, and you're going to need to be able to mobilize the workforce to get that shit done. And I'm a person that brings in big fucking numbers, and so you're going to need me. You're going to need me, and I'm going to need to have the right amount of training, the right amount of time to prepare. And it very much seems like things are going to be left to the last fucking minute, and that's going to cause me stress. Added stress to the stress that's already accumulating. And so I'm just, whew. I feel a little bit better though. Maybe I'll do that other video. It's an interesting one. It's about, I don't know, body image. About like internet culture and body image. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. But I'm definitely going to do the video. I don't know if I'm going to do it like tonight because I'm still a little bit freaking the fuck out. So, yeah, I'll talk to y'all later.